see, change is inevitable. So it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Cause we gotta do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all.
Good morning, Wolfpack. How the fuck are we doing this morning?
Be careful. I love you.
So, how the fuck are we doing this morning? I'm tired. I am worn out. I am exhausted. I'm getting somewhere on this deck. Somewhere. Hopefully my dad don't show up within the next day or two and tell me, nope, you did it wrong. Gotta do it again. I ain't doing it because I'll burn it to the ground. I'm so over this fucking deck. So yesterday, I got to the point yesterday at about 6 o'clock that I was so exhausted and my back was hurting so bad that I had to finally tap out and be done for the day yesterday. Now, one of the reasons probably why is because I worked on it for 6 hours straight. No breaks, just worked on it. Not listening to my body, not listening to my mind, telling me how, exhausted I was and how much I needed to rest for a little bit. I ate some pizza rolls. Didn't eat breakfast. Had a very late lunch. Only ate because the girlfriend brought me some pizza rolls out. And not listening to my body telling me, like, dude, you are overdoing it. I am feeling it today. So, but the end is in sight. It's near. I think it's looking good. There's still some adjustments I need to do. Still learning lessons that I'm making. But the topic of today is it is probably the most important thing I do to help with my mental health. And I was laying in bed thinking about this last night, and I don't know why it even popped in my head, but it was like last couple weeks I've just been constantly listening to moto videos. One, I know that's where I get my inspiration from of doing my lives, of listening to other speakers and inspirational stuff and just tips and tricks about mental health and all that. And laying in bed last night, it finally dawned on me that the moto videos and the inspirational videos and YouTube videos, all this that I listen to is probably the most important thing I have done for myself to help battle with these mental illnesses. And I've had people tell me before that, I tried it and, it don't really help me like that. And I just can't get into them and this and that. And I find, and I've always argued with them. It was like, you're not trying hard enough. You're not giving it your all. If this speaker don't work, then, try this one, find one that actually works. I do like the ones that get, kind of in your face and emotional, and they get, friggin' the loud ones and, kind of hollering at you, that is what works for me. You may not be that type of person, I am, where I need that, kicking the ass, or somebody getting, basically in my face and telling me, like, the cold, hard truth, and just feeling the emotions behind them. And I've said it I don't know how many times. Y'all probably wouldn't listen to me if I just sat here and I was monotoned and I talked like this all the time, and it would be this for a whole hour, and you wouldn't find me fucking interesting. You would not find me interesting. I would be boring as hell. Some people might think I'm boring as hell already. I don't know. But I know, if they don't work for you, then there's plenty of speakers out there. Just find one that does work for you. But it finally dawned on me why this is the most important thing I do to help with my mental health. And I don't know why I didn't make the connection before. The reason why, let me tell you the reason before I keep going on and on about this. But the reason why I think it helps so much is because it's, like I've said so many times before with other shit, it's positive stuff going into my mind constantly. It's, think about this, okay? Let's think about this. It is legit the positive stuff. They're talking about positive stuff, and they're talking about, freaking what I need to do to change, and how to change, and, giving me encouragement, and, telling me, I can do this, and, and that I am great, and, and this is what these, speakers sit here, and say over and over and over and over again. And they tell me the stories that they've been through and the hardships they've been through, and that it's not been easy and all this stuff. My brain finally made the connection last night, and it was like one of those holy shit moments that I cannot believe I didn't think about this before. I've said it so many times, positive in, the more positive you put into your brain, the less negative you will have. It sounds so dumb and so freaking, simple, but I'm telling you, this is the key thing that I think has helped me the most, and it's listening to all of these self-help gurus, the friggin', the speaker, the motivational and inspirational speakers, and learning all this stuff, and, trying this stuff out and everything like that. But it's constant. Most of our problems is that we sit here and we listen to negative stuff. Our brain sits here and talks about negative stuff about ourselves all the time. How worthless we are. How much of a fuck up we are. How useless we are. How friggin', much we're never going to amount to anything. And how we can't, and it's not just our brain, it's other, other people might be affecting, your negative self-talk too. But, how many people out there fucking, raise your hand if you've had people in your life that tell you, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're never going to amount to anything, you're never going to achieve this dream, you might as well just give up. It's been 3-4 years and you're still working at this and you ain't gotten nowhere. How many times have you had people in your life tell you this kind of shit? And I think one of the most important things is we're looking for some kind of acceptance, and just for somebody to be able to sit there and tell us that we can do something, and that we are great, and that we are amazing the way we are, and that we are loved. I think that's the most important one, was the last one, is that we are actually loved, and that maybe somebody believes in us. And then, how often do you sit around with this negative talk bullshit, and you're telling yourself constantly all this negative shit? I know I was one. I'm raising my fucking hand. I know I've been told that. I was told, and I know I brought this up, quite a few times, but I was told by somebody, by my ex, when I first started this, that, her support and the woman that I thought, was the love of my life at the time, and, I just wanted her to, to back me up and to support me in my dreams and this and that. And you know what I got told? You know what she told me? If you've been listening for a while, this is what I got told. You want to be a speaker. Basically, I got laughed at by her. You want to be a speaker, but look at how you dress. You don't wear no fancy, 3-piece suit, friggin', you're in work clothes most of the time. But look how you dress. Look at the way you talk. Listen to the way you talk. You don't know big fancy college words. Friggin', you don't know fucking, I'm waking up still. It's been a long morning. I've been up and down since like 3 o'clock this morning. I literally woke up at 3 and laid there for like an hour, and I tried to get up and then, fell back asleep. I just kept doing it. So, but anyways, friggin', I was told, listen to the way you talk. You cuss too much. You're too blunt. You don't know the fancy words. You don't know the big college words. Friggin', hell, I've got to Google fucking words up most of the damn time to figure out what the hell somebody was talking about. Look at the way you act. Look at the way you act, and look at that, how you're a fucking goofball most of the damn time. And, you don't take things serious enough. And, just look at how you act. Look at the way you are, period. And you think you're going to be, some big famous speaker, and you're going to be on stage, and you're going to be able to help people, and you're going to be able to make their lives better when you can't even get your own shit together? Like, I was told all of this, by one main person, by the person at that time that I thought, friggin' was the love of my life and the opinion that mattered the most to me. I was told all of that. We do that all the time. Because where we want the approval or somebody, or the support from somebody, or, just somebody, the acceptance of somebody, that, we go and tell them, these big dreams that we have, and we go and tell them, this grand plan, and we have this great friggin' idea, and we're like, oh, this is the idea, this is the one, this is what I want to do. And then you go tell somebody or you go tell this stuff to somebody, and they turn around and fucking crush your dreams because one, they hold, they project their limitations onto you. So when they sit there and say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to do that, that's impossible, that, it can't be done. 9 times out of 10, they're telling you all of this stuff because in their mind they know they can't do it, and they don't want to see you do it. They think because they can't do it, then you can't do it. That's really how people think. That's really how, friggin', when you go to somebody else and you give them this idea, or you talk about your dreams, or you talk about this or that, they legit like, well, if I can't do it, then it can't be done, or it's impossible. You're never going to be able to do this. You're never going to be able to do that. Why? Because I can't do it. And they project their own limitations onto you. So it's not really them telling you that you can't do it. It's they think that they can't do it, and that so it can't be done. So in the end, that was probably what my ex had told me back in probably 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. What my ex had told me about all of that, and then about myself, was probably the best thing that could have ever happened. Why? And, it sounds kind of fucked up that I'm sitting here saying, like, oh, that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Why? Because it taught me quite a few things. For one, you don't need other people's support to be able to follow your own dreams. I've listened to plenty of speakers, sit there and say, that's your dream. Whatever higher power you believe in, whether it's God or just whatever it is. You were given that dream for a reason. Because you were the one to be able to enact that dream, not somebody else. You know, me and my girlfriend now, and the real love of my life, because we have found each other and we click very well, and you know, she supports me and everything like that. But we talked, you know, one day here recently, within I think the last week or two, and I basically told her, which, you know, it kind of hurt her feelings a little bit, and she kind of took it the wrong way, but it wasn't the way I was meaning. I flat out told her I don't need her support. I don't want her support. Yes, you know, do I appreciate her support? Am I grateful that she supports me? Yes, I really am. You know, but I don't need that, because this isn't her dream. This isn't my friend's dream. This isn't my family's dream. This isn't what they want to do in life. So I don't need her support or their, you know, the family's support or the friend's support. I don't need all of that, because I support me, because I believe in me. I don't need somebody else to believe in me, because I believe in me. You know, now don't get me wrong. If, you know, I sat on here and everybody just you know, sat here and told me, you know, how bad I was at this, and that, you know, they're not learning anything, and, you know, I'm not helping nobody. If people just sat there and told me that over and over and over again, and I've been doing it for 3 or 4 years, then fucking, you know, I would have to reevaluate some things. But even if that was still my dream, it doesn't mean I have to quit. It's just, maybe I do need to listen to a few people and be like, okay, well, you know, you're saying all of this, then why are you saying this? What can make me better? Sometimes we need to understand that sometimes people are trying to give you constructive criticism. And when it's not constructive criticism and it's just criticism, sometimes you also need to take that too, and you need to, you know, be like, okay, well, they're saying this, so maybe I need to improve in this area. Just like what I was talking about, like if I was sitting here talking monotone the whole time and I didn't have no emotion and no expression, and I wasn't, you know, friggin' being me, who I am, and I was trying to be somebody else, how far do you really think that would get me with you guys? How far do you think that would actually, you know, how often would you guys actually listen to me and come to me for help, and, you know, come to me for, you know, for advice and all this different stuff? You wouldn't. So there is some times where you do need to listen to other people to get, you know, constructive criticism, or even just, like I said, even bad criticism, to where maybe they're just a fucking hater and they're saying this and they're saying that. Well, then that's where you know you need to improve at. That's where you know you need to, like, step up your game. But, you know, like I, you know, told my girlfriend, and I didn't, you know, and she, you know, she'd come out and said, she was like, well, you just act like I don't support you at all. And I was like, I never said that. I know you're one of my biggest friggin', you know, cheerleaders. I know you're one of my biggest fucking supporters. I know you believe in me. I know you think what I'm doing is friggin' great. But I don't need that from her. You know, I don't need for her to tell me, oh, great job all the time. I don't need for her to, you know, fucking sit there and pat me on the back every single time I do a live, or every time I give somebody advice, or every time. Matter of fact, she don't even know, you know, the help I do give. Somebody's shooting. Or that, no, maybe those are fireworks, but I don't know. Good thing about living in the country, right? But I don't need that. Don't get me wrong, I am very grateful that, you know, she supports me and she backs me up and she wants me to follow my dreams. She has even pushed me quite a few times during the summer where I wasn't doing lives and I wasn't participating in the group. She was, you know, in the background kind of pushing. She was like, well, maybe you need to do a live. Like, you know, maybe you need to get back into this. Maybe you need to get back in, you know, doing this again. You know, so that kind of support is great. But just like my cousin BJ, just, you know, she commented and she just said, their support is a bonus. And that's what you need to look at it as. You don't need somebody to support you and to believe in you, because you should believe in yourself. But you can't tell a big dream to a small-minded person. You can't tell this extravagant fucking plan that you have to somebody that's not even on your level and that don't even think about things like you do and can't even envision what you're trying to do and what you're trying to build and where you're trying to go with your life. You can't tell a poor person how to be fucking rich if they don't want to be, actually put in the work to be rich. It's just simple science. Follow the science, right? We've all heard that fucking enough. Or believe in the science or whatever the fuck they say. But you gotta understand that it's yours. It's your dream. I don't expect my friggin' girlfriend or my family or my friends to be... Matter of fact, this fucking mohawk that I got going on. If anybody, if anybody's been listening, wondering why I have a mohawk, fucking, it's because I was cutting my hair a few weeks ago, and because I cut my own hair, and I was giving myself like fucking the high and tight fucking, fade look, up top. Well, I fucked it up. And friggin', I had to keep going in. And then finally, I kept fucking it up little by little. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going with the mohawk. I'm not even fucking with it. I don't even care. It's better than me fucking going straight fucking, like bald. And then, friggin', when it grew out some, in the last couple weeks, when it grew out, I went to go, give myself a high and tight. And I was like, no, you know what? Fuck that. I like the mohawk. My girlfriend don't like it. It was very funny and very cute how she put it. When I asked her, I was like, do you even like the mohawk? And she was like, you know what? All that matters is that I love you. That's it. And I started laughing. And I'm like, so you don't like the mohawk? She was like, all that matters is that I love you as how you are. If you like it, then fine, but I love you. I love you as a person. She wouldn't give me a straight answer. And I was like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Like, I know the fucking mohawk freaking probably looks dumb. I was just like, I'm going to keep it though. And she just kind of, smiled, and she was like, well, if that's what you want to do, I love you. I want to make that clear. But, so I'm telling you that because, what day was it? Like Sunday, I think it was. We went to my friend's cookout that I was telling you, and then I ran late for, and I was doing a live. I fucking went to my friend's cookout, and the first motherfucking thing she said when we got there was, what in the hell happened to your hair? Why in the fuck do you have a mohawk? And she started laughing at me and making fun of me. And all I could do is sit there and smile. Like, that may have used to bother me before. Because now I've got it in the mentality is like, you know what? I've got this fucking mohawk, and I've got it because it looks like a, fucking, my nickname is Rooster, and it looks like a fucking, the top of a rooster's head. This is my new persona. It's giving me, some kind of fucking magical powers, which it's not. It's just giving me confidence. I think it's funny. I think, nobody has a mohawk fucking nowadays, friggin' it's different. I like being different. I'm not letting somebody else affect me that, my girlfriend don't like it, that, friggin' my friend sat there and made fun of me. All I could sit there and do is smile, and it's like, it's here. I like it. And I'm sticking with it for right now. I'll probably change it fucking, and maybe the next time I get my hair cut, or I may not. I may, freaking, hey, this is what it's like to be different and not follow the norm. This is what it's like to be your own person and not give a fuck what other people think. I don't care that you think my hair looks stupid. It's not your fucking hair. It's my hair. Freaking, do I think it looks kind of fucking dumb? Yeah, I do. It does. It's weird seeing a fucking mohawk like this. But it's mine. And I'll do what the fuck I want. And that's what I'm out trying to show people. Trust me, I've gotten a few looks out, freaking in public to where people are just like, what, like, they just look at me, look at my hair, and I know instantly what they're thinking. Like, what the fuck is this dude doing? A mohawk? Like, he looks retarded. But guess what? But you know me now. Now you see me. Now you recognize me. You looked at me where maybe before that person would have never looked at me before. Maybe I gave them a little bit of encouragement to go do their own silly, dumb thing that they've been wanting to do them. To express themselves and just be themselves. And that's all I'm being. I don't really think my friggin', mohawk gives me, magical powers right now, and it's making me do all this different. I've had this shit that I've been talking about of going and talking to people and doing these lives and wanting to become a speaker. I've had this in me the entire time. Just right now, I'm putting the power in the mohawk. That's, I'm telling myself, like, hey, I've got a mohawk. I'm different. I'm myself. It's catching people's attention, and that's what the friggin' hell I want. I want people to look at me right now, and I want people to wonder what the hell I'm doing. And I want people to understand you don't have to follow the norm, and you don't have to friggin', be like what everybody else. And, when somebody, makes fun of me, I just smile. It's my hair. I like it. I don't care what you think. It's my hair, and for right now, it's here to stay. New hair, don't care. I explained that into this. Now, I didn't go into, detail about, telling my friend that, it's this new little persona I got going on, and it's the rooster, and I may have said, a few things like that, and, but, I didn't go into detail like I have on here. It's none of their damn business. It's not their dream. It's not their life. Make fun of me, laugh at me, whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. And then that is the most powerful thing you can ever do for yourself. And that is an unstoppable person when you are like, I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm going to do me, and that's it. I'm going to do what I want, and that's it. I don't care what you got to say. I'm going to follow my dream. I'm going to follow, and I may fucking keep this haircut until I'm standing on stage one day, until I get my first speaking event. I may keep it on there, and I'm going to get up there, and I'm going to explain to them. And then I may keep it after that. I don't know. Right now, it's just it. Another reason why I cut my hair so damn low is because it's been hot as friggin' hell around here. And, it's a lot cooler without fucking a whole bunch of hair on my head. But the main reason why it got cut the way it did and why I got a mohawk is because I messed it up while I was cutting it, and I just kept messing it up, so I just said, fuck it. You know what? Instead of going completely bald, I'm going to give myself a mohawk. So, anyways, that's the way you got to think. Especially when it comes to your dreams and things you want to do. Don't let those outside negative voices control you like I know most of you do, because I used to do it. I used to friggin', sit there and think of negative all the damn time. And then I found the moto videos. The motivational. I call them moto videos. But it's the motivational and inspirational YouTube videos that you can find, and that's all you got to put in. Motivational videos, inspirational videos, speakers, that's all you got to do. And I'm telling you, I think that is the key. Why? And why do I think this is going to help most of you? Why do I always press go listen to these videos? Because your own brain can't even say positive shit about yourself half the time. Your own brain sits here and says negative shit about you all the time. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even your own negative voice. It's something that somebody else has said to you, and something that the way they've looked at you, or the way they've acted with you, or the way they, the shit that they've done to you. That's the negative voice in your head. It's actually them saying it. It's not you, but it was pounded into your head, or it was said to you one time, and you let it affect you your whole fucking life, or most of your life, or whatever, or for the last few years. So when you go and listen to these motivational and inspirational speakers like I do all the time, it's not about you wanting to become a motivational speaker. And maybe that's your dream too. Maybe you want to get up on stage with me one day, or, maybe that is. But it's not about you becoming a speaker. It's seriously And I figured it out last night laying there, and I was hoping, I was comfortable. I didn't want to roll over and write it down or put it in my phone to remember. So I'm so glad I remembered it this morning and was able to talk about this. It's seriously about positing all the positive things that you have been wanting, or hold on, I got to figure out how to speak that, or speak that. It's about what you've wanted to hear all of your life. They tell you all of this. The ones that have mommy and daddy issues, that, your mommy didn't love you good, didn't love you enough, and your daddy didn't love you enough, or you didn't get this support from a spouse, or you didn't get this support from a friend, or, you've been told negative shit all your fucking life. That's what these moto videos do. That's what these inspirational speakers are out here doing. Constantly. But you can't just listen to one or two and be like, okay, I'm good. No. How often do you sit around and speak negative about yourself? I caught myself doing it the other day, and I argued with myself in my own brain. If you caught the live from the other day, or the podcast I did the other day, where I sat there and I legit over this fucking deck, where my dad told me, like, yeah, you messed it all up, you got to tear it apart again. And I'd done it for the 4th time in a fucking row, and I'm like, or maybe it was the 3rd time. Days are blending in together now. But I was like, the thought entered my head. I went to say, I am fucking worthless and I can't do shit right. That's what my mind was about to say. Until, I got in my brain, all I got out was, in my brain, I said, I am, and I knew right then and there that whatever I said after that was going to fucking affect me and affect me negatively. And my brain fucking went into everything that I've been teaching myself over the years and what these inspirational speakers fucking talk about and all the stuff I've been preaching. My brain automatically said, don't you dare fucking finish that sentence. Because you aren't worthless. You aren't useless. You do shit right. You have to remember all the things that you have done and you're right. And you've got to remember you're learning how to build this fucking deck. You've never done this before. This is a learning lesson. This is a learning process. Don't you dare finish that fucking sentence. And I sat there for like 10 minutes and my brain kept wanting to say, I am worthless and I can't do nothing right. And every time I am would come out of my mouth and I would go to finish that sentence, or not out of my mouth, in my brain, every fucking time, my brain would automatically, boom, don't you dare finish that fucking sentence. Don't you dare do it. Before, I would have fucking sat there and I would have let that thought finish. And I could have wrecked myself for fucking days because of that negative self-talk and that negative self-abuse. We talk about, and so many people are so stuck on how somebody else treated you and the way they talk to you and the way they were to you and what they've done to you and this and fucking that. But yet we don't hold ourselves accountable to what we sit back and do all the time to ourselves. We don't understand that we're still putting ourselves through that abuse even when we're not going through that abuse anymore. We don't understand that we are the hardest critics on our fucking self. We know that, we say that, but do you try to stop yourself when you're doing it? When you're sitting here doing this self-abuse and the negative self-fucking talk, when you're sitting here doing this stuff, do you even try to stop it? Do you sit there and you freaking go back and tell yourself, no, that's not how it is? It's hard. It's taken me years to be able to get to that point. It's taken me fucking years and so much work and so many moto videos that finally my brain is fucking starting to do that to me, where it's catching me in a mid fucking thought of what I'm about to say to myself that's negative and that could wreck me for days, and my brain fucking said, don't you dare finish that sentence. Don't you fucking dare do it. Because you're not. Yeah, you're making mistakes. Yeah, you're fucking up. Yeah, you're friggin', you're messing this whole deck up. But don't you dare sit there and finish it, because you're not. You're not worthless. you can do shit right. That was my own brain. That was the conversation I was having in my own brain. I'm telling you, before I was just like you guys, where it was, I would have fucking said that shit and I wrecked myself for days. For fucking days. If not for a good month or two. I would have spiraled. Because I kept fucking something up. And fucking it up and fucking it up and fucking it up. And that's why I press these moto videos. You've got to listen to them like you're a fucking addict. And this is the drug you're trying to fucking become addicted to. Like, that's the way I listen to this shit. I had this shit on yesterday on my Bluetooth speaker, not giving a fuck, friggin', because I got tired of wearing my headphones and they were getting fucking in my way. Friggin', I put it on my big Bluetooth speaker and put it on my back porch and fucking just blared this shit. I didn't give a fuck whether my friggin' neighbors thought I was fucking insane listening to this instead of listening to music. I've said this shit before. The more negative shit you listen to, the more negative shit you watch, the more fucking shit, friggin' negative that you do, you're going to have the same life. So instead of listening to fucking your trap music and your fucking, big bootied hoes and fucking, I'm out here fucking slapping bitches and making drug money and doing all this, which I know, yeah, it's for fucking entertainment, but you don't understand that that's the negative shit that you're putting into your mind constantly. I can't remember who fucking said this the other day, or what meme I said. Oh, they were talking about this new guy called Andrew Tate. And I guess he's pretty, fucking, he's pretty out there. I haven't listened to him a lot. He's not, he's new. He's not somebody I follow, but I've heard of him, and I've heard, friggin' some of his stuff, and some of his stuff is on fucking point. Some people say that he's, friggin' a pyramid scheme. I don't know, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying what some other people say. But they were saying that, y'all are saying that Andrew Tate is ruining young men's mentality in life, but yet you're letting young women listen to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and everything, talking about fucking drugging up men and drug money and fucking being a hoe and this and that. The Andrew Tate, he's trying to fucking, empower men and empower boys and probably women too. Like I said, I don't know a lot about him, but this is just what this meme said that somebody posted. It was like a Twitter thing or something. That they were talking about this is the difference. One's trying to empower, one's trying to friggin', put good out there, and one's trying to fucking tell you this. And the other one's sitting here talking about drugs and hoes and being a hoe and wop and, fucking, and I don't cook and I don't clean, but look how I got this ring. The big fucking difference. You sitting down and watching TV fucking for hours at a time, when you could be sitting there reading a self-help book to fucking teach you, so you can learn how to be rich and how to get over these fucking mental illnesses, or to start your own fucking business, or whatever. Or you could be even sitting there reading a fantasy book. I used to love to read. I used to love reading. Now I listen to a lot of audiobooks because I am busy fucking, and doing shit all over the farm. I used to love fucking, actually sitting down and reading. It's probably something that I need to get back into. And fantasy books, like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, fucking, I've read 50 Shades of Grey, fucking, all this, different stuff. I used to love reading. Now I read a lot of self-help books, because this is where I want to go with my life, and I'm trying to get out there, and I'm trying to learn to become a speaker, and I'm trying to fix myself in the fucking process. Friggin', it's not just about everybody else. I'm trying to still fucking fix myself in the process and work on me in the process. And there's people out there that has written books and made videos and fucking have podcasts and stuff, and they're telling you what you need to do, how you need to do it, what worked for them, step-by-step progress. Some of you will sit here and say too, well, I don't have the $15, $20 to buy that book. But yet you'll go to fucking Starbucks fucking three times a fucking day to get your fucking expensive ass coffee. Or you'll go to a fast food fucking restaurant to get shit ass fucking food and fucking, or you'll go fucking, you'll make sure you get your nails done, make sure you get your nails did and your hair fucking done, and you know, you'll make sure you got fucking, you know, an expensive ass car you can't fucking afford, but you can't afford $20 to go buy a book that may help you save your fucking life and change your life for the better. Oh, it's the same thing, you know, when I find a fucking, you know, a certain speaker, or when I find an audio book, or when I find this or that, I try to give, you know, even if it's $5, $10. You know, it's one of those things, you got to help support people that's, you know, fucking doing it. And no, that's not an advertiser asking me to help support me. I'm about to support myself in other fucking ways. This new idea that I've come with, I'm hoping it's about to support me and get me where the fuck I want to be in life. But I got to give a little to get a little. But I'm telling you, the more positive you put into your fucking mind, the less negative you're going to have. The less negative. I'm a walking fucking billboard. I swear, that's all I listen to. 90% of the time. I think one day, that I actually put music on the big Bluetooth on the back of my porch and listened to music for maybe a couple hours. Maybe a couple hours, that the fucking hours that I have been putting in on this deck for the last fucking 4 or 5 days, however long it's been, because it's all been running together. I'm over this fucking deck. It's not fun anymore. It is not fucking fun. But if I'd have done it right the first time, if I'd have known what I was doing the first time, you know, I'm out here by myself building this fucking deck. Most people that, you know, fucking are building decks, they've got 3 or 4 guys and they've all got fucking experience. Or one of them at least has experience enough to know, and they're there on the job site the entire time. I got my dad coming when he's able to, because he's on the road truck driving. When he's able to come here and say, hey, you need to fix this, hey, you need to fix that. And unfortunately, that's after the long process that I've already fucking done something. But I'm not beating myself up over it. Yes, last night, I tapped the fuck out. My back was hurting so fucking bad, and I was so exhausted, and I got to the point to where, like, I'm done for the day. Even though, like, I was probably about 4 or 5 boards away from cutting. I'm done. I was starting to make mistakes. I was mentally and physically fucking exhausted. My back was fucking killing me. It was fucking starting to get real fucking hot out. I was done. Now coming, you know, now that I got some rest, now that I fucking slept in a little bit this morning, yes, I didn't do the morning motivation, but yet fucking, you know, now that I've got some rest and I come out here with the fresh fucking look, and I'm all right, I'm raring to go for the day. I should be working on the deck right now, and that's, you know, but I wanted to get my live for the day out of the way. And it, like I said, it dawned on me last night while I'm laying there asleep. This is why I listen to the moto videos so much. Because they're telling me everything I wanted to hear from somebody else. They're telling me, and they're giving me the support that I wanted from somebody else. They're telling me and all this shit about myself that I should already be thinking about myself. And it's over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I am pumping this shit into my fucking brain all day. And it has got to be the most helpful, important thing that I have done over these years, and that I've listened to this shit like I'm a fucking addict. Because when I stop listening to it, when I'm finally to the point where, you know what, I'm fucking bored of just listening to these all the damn time. How many more could I fucking listen to? When I stop listening to them all the damn time, and I do back away, that's when the negative start, you know, and it don't happen, you know, overnight, and it don't happen in a few days, and it don't happen in a few weeks. It could be a month or two. But somewhere along that point, when I stop fucking listening, and I'm just not listening to them anymore, not like I should be, I fucking start that negative self-talk again. And I start the suicidal thoughts again. And I start downing, you know, myself. And I start doubting myself too. Downing and doubting myself. You know, I've explained, you know, fucking how I was feeling on this farm this whole damn summer, that I thought I was done with this whole motivational shit. I thought I was done with wanting to be a speaker. I'm going to be a fucking farmer. Fuck this group. Fuck this podcast. Fuck all this. I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. I'm not getting the results that I want to. And somewhere along the line, I wasn't thinking, well, you ain't getting the results that you actually want because you ain't putting in the fucking work. Finally, that thought popped in my head. It's not because of everybody else, because people listen to you. People that I just looked to yesterday, and I've got somebody in China downloading the podcast now. There's somebody and I'm probably going to wreck this name, and I apologize now for it, but it's the Czech Republic. It's CZECH Republic. So I think it's the Czech Republic. If I mess that up, I apologize. Now. I've got somebody in India fucking listening to this. Somebody in Australia listening to this. Somebody in United Kingdom, in France, in Germany, and of course, you in the United States. And there's somebody in Michigan they're downloading. There's somebody in Texas. There's actually I think like 2 people in Texas, one around Dallas and one around Houston. Like, it'll tell me that far, it'll tell me about, the general area and city that, friggin' people are downloading this, but it won't, tell me exactly who, or it won't tell me, this and that. And for me to know and be like, holy fucking shit, I'm not just in this group privately like I'm used to, and it's local, and, it's not just in the United States. There are people across the whole fucking world. I don't know nobody in China. I don't know nobody in Germany. I don't know nobody in the Czech Republic. I don't know nobody in fucking India. But they know me. And it's a small step, and it might be nothing to somebody else. But I looked the other day, and I got 12 downloads in one day for my podcast. Just in one day. Usually I get anywhere from like maybe 1 to 3 to 5. And all of a sudden, it jumped up the one day by like fucking 50 episodes. And that was because whoever's in Michigan downloaded the shit out of them. Like he or she, found the fucking podcast and just downloaded 50 episodes. I guess they liked it that much, and I so appreciate it. And I appreciate the other ones. I appreciate the ones in India and Germany and Australia and France and, all around the world. I appreciate everybody that listens to this. But it blows my mind that somebody like me, some little fucking marine, fucking redneck fucking farmer that's out here, that there's somebody across the world that I may never meet in my life is actually listening to this. And it's not just one episode. They're actually, it tells me for this, one from a country, and it's steadily. And I seen the other day, I think it was like yesterday, somebody, or not somebody, but collectively, there was 12 episodes downloaded in one day from 12 different people. Now, I don't know if it was just, one episode, or if it was, throughout the episodes or whatever, but it was like, holy fuck. I got 12, somebody downloaded my, fucking podcast, 12 different people. Like, that's a huge leap for me to going from 1 to fucking 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, fucking then to all of a sudden 12. Like, that's to me, that's awesome. That's a win to me. That's 12 people that I'm fucking out there helping that I don't even fucking know. I don't give a fuck if somebody out here saying, well, that's small potatoes. That's small fries. So fucking what? And most of those people that want to be negative like that, what the fuck are they doing? What the fuck are you doing out here that you could say that, fucking somebody that I have never met in my entire life has actually downloaded my podcast and listening to me? I'm helping somebody across the world that I have no clue who it is. To me, that's something. That ain't just something, that's something amazing. That I have somebody out there doing that. And I am so appreciative to each and every one of you. But I would have never got here. I would have never reached that person if I would have fucking never actually took that leap and started making that podcast. I would have never fucking, been able to help this person. I don't know. I don't know what episodes they have downloaded, but I may have helped save this person's life way across the fucking world that I'll never meet, that I'll never know. That's just fucking amazing. And I hope to grow and grow and grow. But what does it take? Work, consistency, discipline. That's why I'm getting on here. I had said a couple weeks ago that I was going to start doing 3 lives a week. And I think I've got it narrowed down. I'll probably do it like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But here it is Friday, and I'm putting out an extra one. And I may do an extra one tomorrow. And I may do an extra one Sunday, and then my weeks. I don't care what anybody says. Friggin' Sunday's the end of the week. Monday is the new day of the week. I don't care what the fucking calendar says that the new day the new week starts on a Sunday. My new week starts on a Monday. So, plus I'm doing the friggin' motivational mornings. I ain't doing those all the time, obviously. But, and I've got other ideas, and I've got, all the shit. But why am I doing all of this? How am I doing all of this? Where did I get the fucking courage to do all of this? It's because of the moto videos. Because of the inspirational and motivational speakers that I listen to on a constant basis that have told me all this fucking different shit. And they're telling me I can do this, that I've got something great in me, that I am fucking amazing, that I am, I can follow my dreams and I can reach it, and that I can do this. The same thing we all want from somebody else out there that means so much to us isn't going to give it to us. They're not. They're not always going to support you. They're not always going to agree with you. They're not always going to fucking have the greatest things to say about you. When you don't need that from them, you need it from you. You should be supporting you. That's the only fucking person that matters. Because it's not their life. It's not their dream. It's not their goals. It's you. You got to remember you are the most important thing in your life. And yes, I said you. You may have kids. You may have a spouse. You may have family. You may have friends. You may have fucking animals. But you are the most important thing in your life. You need to take care of you first. Because when you don't take care of you first, and you don't support your dreams, you don't follow your fucking goals, you don't get out there and do what you want to do, then how are you going to expect your kids to do it? Because they're sitting there watching you. If you make all these excuses, something that I don't think a lot of people know about me and personal, is that my mom's a very smart woman. She actually has a college degree in something. I don't know if it's associates or bachelor's or something. But my mom had me when, I believe, before she was even 18. Can't remember what age right now. It was like 17. But I know I was there at her graduation for high school. I know I was there. She was holding me. She's got pictures of holding me. She still graduated high school with me. Being pregnant with me and fucking having me being born. She still graduated high school. I don't know why she didn't pursue her. I can't remember exactly what it was in. I think it had to do something with like being a lawyer maybe, or an accountant. I don't know. I don't remember. But my mom never followed that. She never did anything with that. And I wonder, sometimes I do wonder that if I wouldn't have come along, then would that have changed her life? Would she have been some big accountant or big lawyer or whatever she was. I can't remember what the fuck it was she went to college for. But she let me stop her from doing what she was supposed to do. What did that teach me? I am not one of those believers that my life ends because I had kids. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can argue with me and disagree with me all you fucking want, but my life did not end when I had kids. I'm not putting my dreams, my goals, my shit on hold because I stuck my dick in some woman and had a kid with fucking that woman. And now we have a fucking little cum pet, sperm trophy, sex trophy, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not going to stop my life because of them. Do I take care of my kids? Yes, the fuck I do. I get my kids all the time. I do what the hell I'm supposed to do as a parent. But just because I'm a parent does not define who the fuck I am. Does not keep me from doing and following my dreams and my goals and what I want out of life. You can use that excuse all you want. Well, I've got kids, so I can't go do this. I can't do that bullshit. Bull fucking shit. And I don't give me that fucking shit where I'm a mom and you just don't know how it is, when you being a full-time mom. Bull fucking shit. There are plenty of women out there that fucking have done this. What is her fucking name? She's one of my favorite speakers. Oh, damn. Why can't I think of her right now? Anyways, she fucking became a speaker when she didn't have a fucking dollar to her name and she was a full-time mom. There's so many women out there that are fucking, they're full-time moms and they're still fucking, workers. Nowadays, it has to be a two-parent income. You can't hardly make it unless you got a really, really good fucking job with being a fucking one income household. So both the parents ain't freaking there, but you can't sit here and use your kids as an excuse to stop you from fucking following your dreams and your goals and everything like that. Because what are you teaching them? That's where we have fucked up as a society, is that when friggin' people say, well, my kids come first. My kids, come first in everything. And I think it's complete bullshit. Your life does not end just because you have kids. It gets better. It should get better because you have kids. Yes, you take care of your kids. You do what the fuck you need to do. But you also got to show them, hey, just because I had kids, I still have a life. I still friggin' am pursuing my dreams. I'm still pursuing my goals. You're teaching them when you do that fucking doesn't matter what life throws at you. No matter what kind of monkey wrench fucking life throws at you, that you still go out there and live your life and get what the fuck you need out of life. When they see you doing it, then they're actually going to go out there and do it. They're not going to come up with an excuse like you fucking have to still let them stop doing it. Why I didn't finish school because I had a kid. I didn't go to college because I had a kid. I didn't pursue that career because I had a kid. What's that teaching your kid? So when they go out and have a kid, then their life just fucking stops? And what are you going to do when those kids turn 18 and then they have a life of their own? And they go out and they freaking, they hardly come around. They hardly fucking need mommy and daddy any damn more. Well, then what are you going to do? Then you're going to pursue your dream? Then you're going to get back to your own life? When you make it all about your kids, what happens when they turn 18 and they're fucking gone? It's complete asinine to me sometimes. Like, I don't understand how people fucking think that. You are legit teaching your kids to put their fucking life on hold, absolutely, and not following your dreams, and then so they won't go out there and follow their dreams. It may not be the same reason. They may not have friggin' kids, like, until they're older, but what other excuse are they going to find, just like you did, to stop you from keeping doing this? And I know, like, you think I'm getting off topic, but it's still the same topic. It's still the same shit. I'm still trying to beat it into your fucking head. What excuse are you using to stop you? What negative self-talk are you letting you talk you out of from doing what you actually want to do? To your purpose in life. And your purpose doesn't have to be some grand fucking scheme of, you're out there being a speaker, you're out there saving the world, it don't have to be that. Maybe your purpose in life was for you to be a singer, or maybe your purpose in life was to be an artist, or maybe your purpose in life was to fucking be a farmer, or maybe your purpose in life was to do whatever it is you want to do. Maybe that is your purpose in life. Maybe your purpose in life was for you to actually follow your fucking dreams and your goals and to do all this because you could show somebody else that it was possible too. Do you think that I would have fucking, that if I wouldn't have found these moto videos and these speakers, before I started this group and before I fucking met my ex-girlfriend, was dating her, I didn't even know what the fuck a motivational / fucking inspirational speaker was, let alone know that they got paid to talk. I didn't know. I didn't even know who the fuck Zig Ziglar was, and he's one of the best motivational speakers, inspirational speakers that you could fucking that has ever lived. No, I never knew who Les Brown was. Never even heard of him. Tony Robbins, I kind of heard like off and on, but I never knew, I never knew what the fuck he did. Fucking, that was probably about the only one that I could say maybe back in the day that I had heard of him, but didn't know what the fuck he actually did. And I had to go through everything I've been through in my entire life to fucking find what the hell I really wanted to do in life. And here I am, 36 years old, and I'm pursuing this dream. And a lot of people use their age as a fucking excuse. You'll talk to yourself about, I'm too old to go back to school. I'm too old to freaking, follow this dream. I'm too old to do this. I'm too old to do that. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. I know of a person right now that is 49 years old and they're going back to school to get a college degree to go fucking pursue a dream that they just figured out they wanted because they got tired of doing what the fuck they were wanting. So now they're going back to school to do something completely else. 49 years old. So don't tell me that you can't do it. Don't tell me it ain't fucking possible. It don't have to be some grand, extravagant fucking dream, but it's got to start somewhere and sometime. I'm telling you, these moto videos, these people are going to tell you everything that you actually want to hear from somebody else that you're not getting. And they're going to help you they're going to get into your mind and they're going to fucking tell you the things, fucking that you should be telling yourself anyway. That you are great, that you are amazing, that you can do this, that you are beautiful, that you are smart, that you are fucking, all these different things that you sit here and talk about your negative self-talk with. That's the key that I think is the most important thing that I've ever fucking done with any of this mental health, is that I have sat here and put positive shit into my mind so fucking much by listening to these videos and these speakers so much that is, I think, is what has changed my mindset for the fucking better. Don't tell me it don't fucking work. Don't tell me, that just ain't for me. Then what the fuck is? What is? What else are you doing that you consistently do on a fucking constant basis? Tell me, please. Because what you're doing right now doesn't fucking work. If it did, then you wouldn't be on here listening to me. If it did, then you would be out there fucking, pursuing your dreams and obtaining your goals and doing all this. You wouldn't be sitting there doing negative self-talk. So just try it. Do what the fuck I've been saying for fucking years that I have been doing. And then it's now finally dawned on me, this is why it works and this is why I do it. Because it's the negative self-talk that is canceling out. I'm putting positive in my brain constantly by what the fuck these people are saying. I'm getting what I need. I'm getting what I needed to hear from somebody else from these videos. Constantly. They're telling me I can do this shit. That I have it in me. that I'm great, that I'm awesome, that these people need to fucking hear me. They're telling me all of this. And it's the same shit you wish that mommy and daddy or fucking boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and fucking wife or fucking some friend or whoever it is, some boss, co-worker, whoever the fuck it is that's sitting there telling you that you can't fucking do it, whoever you actually want to hear this shit from, you're getting it from this stuff. And eventually it gets so wrapped into your mind, just like this negative talk self does, because a lot of times, if you really think about it, how many times do you think of something that somebody said to you about 5 or 10, 20 fucking years ago that it still affects you to today? I can almost guarantee you, 90% sure that person don't even remember saying that to you. But it still affected you and fucked you up to this day. Something that somebody else has forgot, fucking that they said 5, 10, 20 fucking years ago, maybe even 6 months ago, maybe even fucking a week ago. They forgot the fucking they ever said that to you. But that one thing still affects you to this day. You're letting something that somebody else fucking said to you out of anger, out of hurt, out of pain, out of maybe fucking just narcissistic bullshit, because their life fucking sucks, because they didn't follow their dreams, because they didn't fucking pursue their fucking goals, because they didn't do all of this shit. You're letting that affect you still to this fucking day. Why? When they done fucking forgot about it. But it still runs in your head. It still plays. Don't get me wrong, because it still does that. That shit still pops into my head every once in a while. It still pops into my head. Especially when I go lay down in fucking bed at night, and then fucking my mind starts running, and I think about fucking, when I was at McDonald's fucking 5 years ago, that fucking some McDonald's fucking person told me to fucking, or here's my drink, and I told them, you too. Or they said, something stupid, and I said something even stupider. Yeah, that stupid shit runs in my fucking head all the time. But it's getting fewer and fewer and fewer. Last night, instead of thinking on something fucking negative like I always do, or something that fucking from the past, that where my mind fucking runs, my brain sat here and was like, this is why you listen to moto videos all the time. This could help other people if you could get it through their thick fucking skulls of why you say listen to moto videos all the time. Because it's fucking positive stuff that they're putting in their brain. This is why you're so hooked onto this shit. This is why you constantly listen to this shit. This is why you constantly do this shit. And it was something positive that actually popped into my brain that I was dwelling on. Not something negative. Not something stupid that happened years ago. Not something negative that somebody said fucking to me fucking 5, 6 years ago and crushed my fucking world. If I can fucking do it, then you can do it too. If I can get better, then you can too. But you got to put in the work. So I'm begging you. Start going and listening to some fucking moto videos. Start going and listening to fucking some healthy fucking podcasts. Stop watching TV all the fucking time. Stop listening to fucking this fucked up music that they got. Stop fucking, listening to this own self-negative, self-abuse fucking talk that you do all the fucking time. Start going and putting positive shit in your life. All the time. And it's not going to happen overnight, because it did it with me. I'm not going to fucking swear to you. This has been at least 3, 4, 5 years in the making that my brain is finally fucking catching up. But that's because you're trying to undo fucking years of abuse, years of negative self-talk. Years of fucking negative self-doubt. Years of fucking sitting there and beating yourself up over fucking all this shit that you've gone through. Years of fucking telling yourself worthless. Years of telling yourself that you're nothing but a fuck up. Years of fucking somebody else telling you that you're no fucking good at this or that. Years of this shit. If you've gone through this for fucking years of your life, you cannot expect to undo it in fucking just a day or two, or a week, or a month, or even just a couple years. It's going to take years to get yourself better. But it starts working slowly. It starts helping day by day. The more you do it. This can't be that you want to get better. This just can't be a once in a while thing. This can't be a fucking just like your diet that I've been talking about here lately, where you have a cheat day. No, this has to be an everyday thing. Maybe you don't listen to them constantly, but waking up in the morning and listening to a moto video right off the fucking bat instead of scrolling around on Facebook or some kind of social media or some fucking TikTok, you're laughing at or this and that. Maybe switch that to listening to fucking a few moto videos. Inspirational fucking speakers, all this different shit. Maybe fucking switch to that in your mornings to start your day off right. I used to dread waking up in the fucking mornings. Now I wake up and I fucking put on my moto videos first thing in the fucking morning. Let's get our day straight. Let's get our day fucking right. What does this one got to tell me today? How is this going to affect my fucking day for this day? Now, have I done that and then, something's happened in my day where it's fucking sucked and it's turned to shit? Yeah. But because of this shit, I've learned that one bad moment don't ruin my whole fucking day. That one fucking 5-second thing that fucking happened does not ruin the rest of my fucking 24-hour day. And I've learned all this shit through these fucking videos, through these motivational speakers, through these people out here putting and trying to fucking help people that are in the same spot that we have been in. So just try it. And try it. And try it. And keep doing it over and over and over and over again. I don't care whether you fucking don't like it. I don't care whether you think it don't fucking help. You know what don't help you? Is the negative self-talk bullshit that you put yourself through every fucking day. That's what don't help you. And then your mind is sitting here, yeah, these videos don't, this shit don't work. Because you don't do it enough. Because you don't try it enough. You'll waste your time and watch Netflix and binge watch a fucking show for fucking hours at a time. Or you'll listen to fucking, music for hours out of fucking day. Or you'll fucking watch TV for fucking hours out of a fucking day. Or you'll fucking sit around and give yourself negative talk bullshit for hours out of a day. And you don't think fucking, if you switched it around and actually sat down and read a self-help book or listened to some self-help videos or fucking, do this stuff and actually work on yourself? You don't think that won't help? You don't think that won't start changing you? Cause it helped me. It brought me fucking to be better. It's changing my life. And if you can't understand that, then I don't know what else to tell you. Because that is the main thing I do every fucking day. And I'm not saying you have to listen to them as constantly as I do, but I know this fucking helps me. I'm also trying to become a speaker, and I'm also trying to help people, and I'm also out here doing these lives and this podcast and putting together fucking ideas and everything. So I need to do this all day, every day, and I need to get that inspiration and gather up ideas about what other people are doing and what I can do. You may not need to listen to it all fucking day, but you know what? 10, 15, 20, 30 fucking minutes out of your day, a couple times a day, ain't gonna fucking kill you. It ain't gonna fucking hurt. What's hurting you is all this negative fucking self-talk bullshit that you do and listening to other fucking outside voices. That's what hurts you. Sitting around doing nothing all fucking day. Or sitting around and binge watching fucking TV shows all fucking day. Or listening to fucked up music all fucking day. That's what fucking hurts. That's what's hurting you. But yet you don't want to put in a little bit of work. You don't want to listen to a couple, fucking 10-minute videos that might help you throughout your fucking day. I spent the other day, I found a fucking Eric Thomas talking about fucking moto video. You know what I did? I liked that one so fucking much, I put that motherfucker on repeat and I listened to that same fucking one for 4 or 5 hours straight. That's the only one I fucking listened to because I liked that one so much. I might have done that. I think I've listened to that one for a few days after that fucking too. And then I fucking, went on. But I needed to hear that message over and over and over and over and over. I wanted it beat into my fucking head so fucking hard and so bad that fucking that was the only thing I would fucking think about. Because that's exactly what I do with the negative self-talk. That's exactly what I've let other people do when they fucking downgrade me and laugh at me and fucking, you know, bully me and fucking tell me this bullshit. That's what I'll sit around and do. I'll replay that shit in my head over and over. So why not fucking replay something over and over that's actually going to be positive and help you in life? I don't give a fuck that you think it's boring. I've listened to this 20 fucking times. Well, it may have been 25 times you needed to listen to that for it to finally click. I've got videos that in here I'll listen to fucking 10, 15 fucking times. And every time I listen to it, I'll catch something different. Be like, oh, I didn't hear him say that the first time. Why? Because I didn't need to hear that message at the time, I guess. But it's the same video. That one I listened to for 4 or 5 hours, I was catching every fucking, you know, thing different. An hour later, I would catch something different. 2 hours later, I would catch something different that he said. They're like, oh shit, I must have not heard that. I don't know why that wasn't wrapping in my head like it should. If you do what you've always done, then you're going to get what you've always gotten. So if you fucking always talk negative, listen to negative shit, if you always fucking, you know, watch negative shit, then you're always going to get negative shit. Try something a little different. If you want to change, try something a little different. So you'll get something a little different. Ooh, I went for an hour and 15 minutes today. Alright, well, I'm jumping on here. I'm going to get up here and I'm going to start on this fucking deck. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all actually listened and go and try something a little fucking different. I hope you actually give 100% of yourself. Stop giving fucking 50%. Stop listening to 1 or 2 moto videos and be like, oh, well, that didn't fucking work. No, get out there and try it. Give it your fucking all. Stop giving 50% of fucking something and expecting fucking 100% results or 100% reward. You can't give 50% of yourself or 50% fucking try and expect to get fucking 100% fucking reward from it. Get out there. Do your shit. Follow your dreams. Stop letting people tell you you fucking can't. Stop letting yourself tell you you can't. You don't need nobody else to fucking tell you you can. Because you can. You need to tell yourself you can. You need to allow yourself to say that you fucking can. You need to give yourself permission. Not somebody else. Give your permission to fucking change. Give your permission to let this shit go. Give your permission to fucking follow that dream. Give yourself permission to just do it. Stop denying yourself of the truth. Stop denying yourself of the fucking dreams that you can actually fucking get out there. Stop denying yourself of the true potential that you could be. Stop denying yourself of the fucking purpose that you could actually be living. Stop denying yourself of the fucking life, the good and great life that you could be fucking living. And just start. With that, have an amazing weekend, y'all. I don't know if I'll do, friggin' a couple lives. I hope I do. I'm going to try. But, because it's honestly, it's an hour out of my day. Maybe an hour and a half after I go in here and upload the podcast and everything and set it all up. But with that, always remember 2 things, y'all. You are stronger than what the fuck you think. And you're not alone. Peace.
When I was just a young buck, mama always told me, son, keep your head up. I started hustling in the street cause I was fed up. At the age of 13, just trying to get my bread up. Didn't know my father, he was murdered in cold blood. That's why I have no remorse and never show no love. Hoping I piss you off, I really give 2 fucks. Burning my old bridges, trying to find me a new plug. And knowing that I needed to change, always taking from people who probably needed the same. But I was deep in the game and running deep with my gang. And if our pockets was low, then we was peeping your chain. Boy, gotta come up somehow. Instead of running these streets from sun up to sundown, I gotta change my mindset. It ain't no wondering why now that it wasn't my time yet. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. I'ma do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Ha! What did you do? What did you do? This is what I did. This is what I did. Yeah, I followed through with the plans. Washing my hands, I'm through with chasing these bands. Found hope, put down dope, becoming a man. Picking up the number 2 and letting go of the grams. I never thought that I could make it this far, to eating caviar from stealing stereos from your car. You be a fool not to change and try and better yourself. Better quit while you ahead, don't get ahead of yourself. And in truth, you'll find peace and find me blowing on pine trees, trying to fill up a dime piece. No more popping my 9-piece or stopping the grind streets. Don't take life for granted, cause boy, you know your time's least. And life is what you make it. Better take the music that you dance to and face it. So next time a hater says you can't make it, let that be your motivation to show them that you was destined for greatness. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. You see, change is inevitable, so it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Cause we gotta do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up.